Good afternoon, guys. Happy Thursday to all of your sunshiny faces. Guys, I was up early again today. Not quite as early. I got up at like 8 o'clock, which is actually a good time for me to be up. I felt like 6:30 yesterday was way too ridiculously early for me. And so it's actually a little after 11:30 right now, which is kind of upsetting because I wanted to have been in bed earlier. The thing is, guys, the last 2 nights the Cubs game has been on at night, so I've been watching the Cubs game, and right after it's over I go and take a shower. But because today the Cubs game was on like during the day, it was at 1:20 I think it was on, or something like that. So it was, I like had time in the afternoon instead of just like being like, okay, well, like now that the game's over I'm just gonna go take a shower and go straight to bed. I was like, oh, I'll go and do this and I'll go and do that, and like, you know, and stuff like that. So I'm not being quite as good as I was the last 2 days, and like it's a little bit later going to bed. Hopefully it won't be like totally have a huge impact on me and I can still like wake up early, because I felt like 2 days like now I've been in the routine of like going to bed at least at a decent hour, and tonight's still not too bad, and getting up and everything like that. So again, hopefully I will be able to get up early as well tomorrow. But I did actually today, I ended up kind of cleaning up my room some, because my room has like been a disaster pretty much for a while now. I also did edit. I edited 2 vlogs today during the Cubs game because I was up and doing other things. I was also making dinner as well, which I ended up making like the Alfredo, like it wasn't chicken Alfredo, it was just like regular like Alfredo broccoli kind of thing that I pre-made, and so I had defrosted it yesterday and I made that tonight for dinner. So I was able to have it too. But I was like doing that in between, and then like I said too, I was also cleaning up my room like in between editing and everything like that. So I was able to get some stuff cleaned up in my room, which I'm actually really happy about, because like I said, I've been really bad about like getting things taken care of and cleaned up in my room, and like just like things that I'm like, oh, I have to go and move that, or I have to take care of this, or I have to do that, and it's just like I just need to actually like take care of it or whatever. And so and like you guys know how like one thing, you do one thing and then like, or you put one thing somewhere and then it winds up stacking up, and then another thing is like added onto that, and then before you know it you just have a huge cluttery mess. Yeah, that was kind of my room. So I was like, I just need to like, you know, like especially stuff like on my desk, it's like stuff that like belongs at least somewhere near my desk normally, but because it's a flat surface I wind up just leaving things there, and I'm like, I need to actually put this like where it belongs or whatever. So yeah. But guys, here's the thing that also ended up taking a small portion out of my day today while I was actually trying to edit. Was that and while I was watching the Cubs game, Matthew, or maybe it was a little bit before that or something like that, but Matthew had called, and well, yesterday night we had tried to pre-order tickets to go see Endgame this weekend, which, guys, our movie theater was practically sold out, which we were gonna get 6 tickets and we'd like them to all be next to each other. When we went to go see the Infinity Wars, the like last one, it was we got seats, and I think we got 3 next to each other, and then my parents sat in front of us, and so like we weren't all next to each other, and it kind of stunk. I think is that what we went to go see? Maybe. Yeah, I think so. It kind of stunk because like my dad at one point ended up like coming over, like, or I think at the end of the movie came over to us and was like telling us something, and he was like, oh, I would have pointed that out to you like during the movie if we were sitting near somebody or something like that. And so you know, like the fact that they weren't there, it kind of made it like, I don't know, I didn't like it. And so there was like kind of some seats available at our local like theater, but really the only seats they had were like the first 2 rows, and then they also had like sporadic seating, like 2 seats here, 2 seats there, you know, and stuff like that. And so yeah, I was like, I really want to be able to sit next to you guys, and I don't even know, like I said, if it was like one person have to sit like on the other side of the movie theater, and then like 2 people would sit together, maybe another 2 people or something like that, or we might have all had to have almost been all split up. There wasn't really any that were like, I don't even know, some of them didn't even have 6 seats that were like in the back. Like most of the seats that were available are like the front like 2 rows, which is like, I personally don't like to sit there because like you can't even really like see the whole movie. It's like the screen is literally like this close to your face, you know. And so yeah, I was like, well, you know, like if we can't get tickets, so we were planning on going Sunday because that's when Matthew's girlfriend doesn't have to work, and we were going to go out for Jack's birthday as well, because we never ended up going out to eat for his birthday. So we were going to go and do that. Well, we have to do it before, like, Matthew has to go back to school. It's a 3-hour long movie, and we're going to try and get in being able to eat after the movie. And so, like, we couldn't find, honestly, any on Sunday at all that were, like, available, or seats next to each other available. So, we just decided we were going to go next weekend on next Sunday. And so my dad was going to pre-order the tickets for next Sunday, and the pre-order isn't available like for a week ahead, so we could only pre-order for a Wednesday of next week, which was yesterday. So my dad was like, okay, well then like we'll just wait until Sunday and then pre-order the tickets for Sunday. So Matthew like texted yesterday and was like, is there any other theaters available? My dad had tried at one other theater that we've gone to sometimes, like, because they're all, like, most of the theaters around us are all different theaters. So like if we get a gift card for one place, we'll go to the other one. But the one that's closest to us, like I said, that was the one that doesn't have any like seating almost available at all for any of the showings on Sunday. So we were like, okay, and then I'm like, well, you know, we're not going to go or whatever. And we're just going to go next weekend, which Jack is all like, oh, I don't want to go because like everybody at school always is talking about it and then it spoils the whole movie for me. I want to go and see it like the opening weekend. And it's like, okay, the movie comes out like technically it's almost out tonight already. I think maybe it even is. I don't even know what time it actually is, like on Thursday night or whatever. But like, you know, what if people like went to go see it tonight or something like that and they're talking about it at school the next day or whatever? Like, I don't know, any, like, would parents really take their kids in like middle school? Like, would you go to school the next day if you stayed up to see like a movie in the movie theaters, like you know, a midnight showing or whatever, like, you know, the literally like the first, you know, showing or whatever on a Thursday night? Would you go to school the next day? Like, I don't think I would, honestly. If I was still in school, I don't think that I'd wind up going to school. If like you know, I had that option. There was never anything that I wanted to go see that bad that I was ever gonna like stay out for. But like my point was kind of like, you know, if there are, like, how do you know they're not going to be talking about it like on Friday, or somebody that they know saw the movie and you know, and they're talking about it at school on Friday? And he's like, it's not even my friends, it's just people are talking about it in the hall and stuff like that. I was like, okay, but the last time that we went to go see the movie, it was like a few weeks after it already came out, like, so a lot of people went to go see it already. But you know, he's thinking like 1 week, oh, it's going to be ruined and spoiled and stuff like that. And honestly, it might be, but you know, so I was just like chill, we'll go see it next week. And he was all like really upset about it. But Matthew had asked like if we had tried to get like tried a different theater, and we had. My dad tried to log on and it like wasn't letting him like log in or something like that, and he was trying to do it on his phone too, which really wasn't working. So then Matthew today was like, oh, can we get the, you know, like, can I try and get tickets then? And I was like, you know, sure, but Dad's like at work, you know, and whatever. So it, like, you know, you'd probably wind up having to buy them and he'd just pay you back. Well, Matthew actually had a gift card to the place that he was looking at getting the tickets for, so he's actually able to cover like a portion of it, which was kind of cool. And then on top of that too, though, they did have 6 tickets, guys. They had them, actually they had, I think the whole 2 back rows were open and the 2 front rows were open too, I think was what he was saying. Like, it was just kind of like right in the middle. We're normally like back row seat sitters. We like to sit in the back row at the movie theater. I think that's like 90% of the time where we wind up sitting. I know we saw like Jurassic Park when we saw, or Jurassic World when we went to go see that. I know we sat in the back. I think when we saw The Incredibles, we sat in the back. When we saw Ant-Man and Wasp, we sat in the back. I think when we saw Venom, we went and sat in the back. Like, all the movies that we saw we sat in the back of the theater. I think it's just like, I like sitting back there. You feel very secluded in the back of the theater, and like you're kind of by yourself. Whereas like, even though like ours have like the reclining chairs, so like the aisles are like way bigger because they got those reclining chairs and everything like that. But the seats like sitting further back, like nobody's behind you, like you don't have to worry about like anybody, like, you know, I don't know. I just personally like to sit in the back too, and I think we all do. And like I said, it just kind of feels like secluded back there, and you're just in your own little pieces, in your own little space back there. It feels like you're in kind of your house. Just like when we sit on our recliners in the living room. So I'm sorry, buddy. Are you sneezing and sniffly? Hi, cutie. But anyways, so Matthew went on there today and ended up getting tickets. Originally, we were going to go at like 12:45, I think, because again, we have to try and go early enough so that then we can go out for like Jack's dinner kind of thing, and then still go early enough though where Matthew can still go back to school then on Monday. And so, like I said, we were trying to get like early Sunday morning tickets, and so he originally, I think, was looking at like an 11:15 or 11:45 or like 12:15 or something like that. And originally they had 6 seats left in the back, and so he's like, okay, I'll get those. He went to go order them and they were sold out, and I was like, quick, look to see if they have any other ones like at any other times or any other, you know, showings or anything like that where they're available. So we were able to get tickets for 1:45, guys, and we're going to go see Endgame on Sunday, which is like kind of awesome because I told you guys, maybe we saw Venom the opening weekend. Other than that, I don't think I've ever seen like a movie that like opening weekend. I heard too, or my mom said, like it's projected to gross like over like $1 billion just opening weekend, I think, or something like that. I was like, that is bonkers. But again, it's kind of like us, like normally we kind of don't care when we go and see the movie, like, oh, just as long as it's before it like leaves theaters, hopefully before it's spoiled for everybody. But yeah, so like it's really weird that like we're going to go see it and like trying to get tickets for it, because normally like we wouldn't be super pressed. Like I said, we're more like casual kind of movie goers, but like for some reason, like this Endgame thing, guys, like everybody is like talking about it, like everybody's like flipping out over it. It's like, it's kind of insane. Which like at the same time too, guys, I'm a little bit nervous because I kind of don't want to go and see it, because right now like I almost want there to be like kind of that mystery of like, oh no, what's happening, like, you know, instead of like, I don't want somebody to die or like something to happen or something big and like impactful happens like in the series and it like changes everything, you know what I mean? And so I'm like, I'm just happy and content with it being like how it is or whatever. Half of the characters are like missing right now, so like, but you know, I don't know, I'm just like, I'm so nervous about going to see it. Like, I'm not excited, I'm actually scared to go and see it because I am like, just like, I don't know, I don't want things to change, and I feel like this is like the big, like the end game, like the turning point. It's gonna change everything now, and I'm kind of scared for that. And it's so weird, guys, because a little over a year ago, I couldn't have cared less about what the heck was going on in Marvel, and now I'm probably one of the biggest fangirls ever. Which is, like I said, like we literally squeezed in all of the Marvel movies in a few months last year to go and see the Infinity War, and then we went and, you know, went to go see all the other ones. Honestly, guys, I don't know when we went to go see Captain Marvel. We might have been like second row from the back. I don't know if we sat in the back now that I'm thinking about it. But normally we always sit in the back all the way up on like the right side. So that's actually where Matthew got tickets, and he's like, I got them in our favorite spot. So that's where we always sit when we go to the movies. But yeah, guys, so anyways, I'm excited, but I'm really, really more nervous, I think, like, and actually scared to go and see the movie, because like I said, I don't want it to change everything, and like, I don't know, like, I guess it's just a movie. I can always go back and watch the other things, but then it's like, you know what's gonna happen in the future, so it's like, I don't know, like I said, just like, the anticipation too is also a little bit what's killing me. But like, I was like, oh, like it's okay, like we're gonna go and see it like next week, and like I still got time to like you know, chill about this and everything like that. Now I'm like, we're going to see it this weekend. Like, you know, I don't even know like what to think right now. But we are one of those people that are gonna go see it this weekend. Like I said, I'm excited but also kind of nervous at the same time. So anyways though, I need to, like I said, get to bed, guys. I will see you guys all in tomorrow's vlog. If you guys did enjoy today's, make sure you guys give a big old thumbs up. If you guys aren't, we'd love if you'd subscribe, and I'll see all of your sunshiny faces tomorrow. So bye, guys.